We're back to the podcast here. We're going to be at halftime, so we're going to have a little fun here. Halftime, just to take a little breather away from some of the seriousness of it. We're just going to pop off a few little questions here, just to kind of see a little bit more in depth about you, Coach. So everybody knows the GOAT made the GOAT of college football. Nick Saban made a little bit of a thing over his favorite Little Debbie being an oatmeal cream pie. So you said earlier, you was telling us that you're not really a dessert person when we were kind of talking off mic. What would you say your favorite Little Debbie is?
I don't like many desserts. There's one cheesecake at the Cheesecake Factory that I really like. There's one slice that's my go-to. I have a daughter who's in second grade who's and my both of my sons really like ice cream. So I'm not saying I won't participate in some ice cream occasionally, but when it comes birthday time or something, we're going to the Cheesecake Factory.
All right. What would that slice be?
It's called Dulce de Leche, and I don't know what that means, but it's pretty darn good.
Yeah, that one's not too bad. I like the 7-layer chocolate cake there. It's kind of hard to beat there.
Yeah, that one, so. Not a big chocolate guy, but everyone else in my family is, so it's common.
I get that free birthday slice every year. That's what I always go get. My little girl fights me for it, so she just says, "I don't want the whipped cream on it, Dad. I just want that." So,
I love it.
So next question, just a little one. So you come up in a town. There's no McDonald's, which would be very strange to pull up in a town with no McDonald's. But there's 2 restaurants. There's a Chinese and a Mexican restaurant. Which one are you picking?
I don't care where I'm going. If I can find a Mexican restaurant, we're in.
Mexican. Okay.
If we're going to New York City, we're going to find it. Well, maybe not. I grew up in Texas, but we're going to find us a Mexican restaurant.
All right. So Mexican it is. All right. So here's one for the kids. This is the one you either win them or you lose them, and then some for the ones that are like my age and older. This is a heated, very very heated debate. I get this with my son a lot. So you got to pick a top 3 here, and you got to put them in order. You got to rank them from first to third. It's either MJ, Kobe, LeBron. Rank them in order. Best 2 to 3.
I'd imagine this is all predicated on age, right? Jordan is one, and that's not close in my book. Okay. I grew up when Jordan was playing, so that's an easy one.
Oh yeah.
As far as God-given ability, I think LeBron has more, but I'm more of a Kobe fan than a LeBron fan, so I would probably go Kobe as 2 and LeBron as 3. But again, that I fully realize that my age digs into that, but that I'm pretty firmly Michael Jordan is number 1.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't disagree with you there. I tend to go back and I throw up the defensive play. You know, we didn't see any of that out of LeBron, and we saw that a couple times where that lacked in some of those championship games. So I want to see a guy on both sides of the court play it, not just one. So all right, so then here's you another one. This one will really kind of date your age a little bit. So greatest NBA dynasty, Lakers, Celtics, or Bulls? Who are you taking?
Oh boy. So my middle school son loves to have this debate, and he always wants to throw the Warriors with Kevin Durant into this same conversation.
Okay. Yeah,
I know.
We could throw the Warriors. I left them out. I didn't think.
I don't let him win that, but I entertain it because I like that he's getting into it at least. I would probably say my favorite was the Lakers because the Showtime Lakers are my era, and I loved watching that. That was really when I was a kid and I was getting into basketball, so I loved watching that, and I never had his size or his ability, but I loved Magic Johnson. I loved the way he played. It was fun, and all that. That is not to say I don't even know if I should admit that. I probably pulled for the Utah Jazz more than the Chicago Bulls back in the Bulls run, but we never won. We never won, so I'll give props to the Bulls during that era, but John Stockton felt more like someone I could follow, so I really dug him.
What about the Pistons?
So the Bad Boys, I had a Bad Boys t-shirt, and you'll like this. My Bo, my 13-year-old son, the other day, we ordered him a Bad Boys t-shirt that he's wearing to middle school now.
Oh, yeah.
Because he got into him watching The Last Dance. So I admired them, and the guys that play now have no idea, because that's the era I played in. You could put 2 hands on someone and dang near tackle them, and it wasn't a foul in that era.
Oh, yeah.
And the Bad Boys would just tackle you. Sometimes they'd fist fight you, and they didn't kick you out. They just kept playing. I miss those days of basketball, but that is not the way we play anymore.
It was the true no blood, no foul kind of situation.
Yeah, and maybe some blood might not be a foul.
Yeah.
But that's the game has evolved, and it may be better now. I don't know, but I have fond memories.
Oh yeah. I guess the thing I loved most about growing up, I grew up watching the Bulls. I got to see the Pistons and the Bulls and the Lakers, during that Showtime era and all going at it. But I think the thing I loved most was when I got to see Rodman pull over and go to the Bulls and play it, and just seeing how much more dynamic he made them. From
absolutely.
A defensive standpoint. I was a big defensive guy when it comes to basketball, so I really love that. So, so now we're going to just kind of throw one a little off topic. So, Marvel or DC?
Neither for me.
Neither.
Yeah,
not a big comic or movie kind of guy on that. All right,
I lose cool points on that.
All right, nah. All right, so last thing here, so being a coach and player and stuff like that, there's guys I grew up with that had all kind of crazy like pregame rituals or just superstitions and stuff when they played or anything you have as a pregame ritual or superstition prior to a game or anything like that.
You're saying now?
Yeah, now or even back when you played.
Oh boy, I think I was an idiot. Maybe still, but I had 1 year in high school where some buddies and I would go eat Mexican food right after school the day of a game. How dumb is that? And we thought it was just the greatest thing. So that as I progressed in basketball, I stopped doing that. But in high school, it's a little easier than as you keep going. So now, not really. I mean, the routine in college is so different than the routine in high school, and so. Now I'm just trying to make sure I remember to pick up all my kids and get everybody to the right place at the right time. Make sure we make it to the gym on time for the JV game. So I don't know that I have any now. I had plenty of superstitions, but I had more time on my hands being on buses and in hotels and all that back in those days.
Yeah, just making sure you got the right head count and everybody's got the right jersey.
Yeah,
right?
I'm known to screw that up, so I got to make sure I got 3 kids with me and everybody's good.
Did you have any this last year? Because I know in past, like when I've helped and stuff with high school side, you always have that one kid that is notorious for getting the wrong jersey. Like wrong color jersey, or they forget it. Did you have any do that this past year?
So I've got some unbelievable assistant coaches that are veterans and they know what they're doing, and so we pack the jerseys. They don't even get the opportunity. They just got to bring their shoes. They show up.
I got you.
Without my assistants, if you spend any time, I'd be dead. I'll forget everything but how to call a play. So that keep me in order.
All right. Well, we'll call that the end of the half there. We'll take a little break here, and then we'll come back in and get into the third quarter and a preview of what you got coming up this year, Coach.
All right. Thank you.